welcome to the Annoto webinar. Here's what we have planned. We're going to start with a general overview of what Annoto is. Then I'm going to take you to see an Annoto demo right within D2L Brightspace. We're also going to talk about the different learning journeys, different ways of engaging our students within our course videos. And we're also going to talk about different analytics and insights that we can gain on our course content and the students from this activity that we are creating. So let's dive in. Think about Annoto as your Swiss Army knife for video content. It's there, it's handy, it's kind of like a toolbox that gives you different ways of engaging your students in your course videos. Let's talk about teaching with videos. This can be recorded lectures, YouTube videos, Vimeo videos from any web source, or even if it's videos that you have recorded yourselves or videos that your students have recorded themselves. We want to make sure that when our students are watching the videos, they are actively watching them instead of just passively sitting and waiting for the video to end. Why? Because when they're doing that, at some point of the videos, their minds would probably start wandering somewhere else. But we want to keep our students focused. We want to keep them engaging with the videos. So how do we create this active learning experience? We can enhance our students' self-learning. We can assess our students' knowledge and comprehension. We can provide them feedback and critique their own videos. And we can create different types of video discussion right there in these videos. On top of all of that, whichever type of activity that I'm choosing, I can always get insights and analytics on our students' activities in these videos. So let's go to see how it actually looks like within D2L Brightspace. So once Annoto is enabled in your course, it adds two different components. One is the Annoto widget. The widget is sitting aside of the video and includes different tabs. Each tab represents a different way of engaging our students. The widget is visible both to us as the instructors and to our students. It also includes the Annoto timeline, the interactive timeline that shows us the visual representation of everything that is happening in the widget. The second component is the Annoto dashboard. The Annoto dashboard, just like the widget itself, is also within Brightspace D2L. Accessing the dashboard can be either directly from the D2L navigation menu, or if you have Kaltura, it can be through Kaltura Media Gallery. In some courses, Media Gallery can have different names like Course Gallery or Course Media, so on. The concept is the same. Accessing the dashboard through Media Gallery is done this way. Click on Media Gallery. Once I'm inside my Media Gallery, I'm going to go to the right side into Channel Actions menu. There, I can find the Annoto dashboard. The dashboard shows different aspects of our course. The hub includes all course videos, even if they're from different resources. Under Insights, I can see all of the activity that happened in the course throughout the time range that we're looking at. And the Preferences tab will give us the option to choose which of the Annoto features we want to enable for all our course videos, as well as spare a specific video. Now let's dive in to see different ways of engaging our students, different learning journeys. With Annoto, we can truly enhance our students' self-learning. Using the personal notebook gives the students a private place to reflect on the video content, to summarize, to add some comments that they want to keep for themselves. The personal notes, pretty much like its name, is completely private, meaning everything they're writing will stay just for them. Here's how it works. I'm playing the video. Whenever I want to add my personal notes, I'm going to click here. I'm going to write whatever I want to say, and I can even add a sentiment. Submitting my personal note will add it right here to my personal notebook, along with the time tag. Clicking on the time tag will take me to that exact moment in the video that my personal note refers to. Hence, everything is always in the context of the video. The personal notes can be downloaded. If I want to export my personal note, I'm going to go to the Annoto menu right above the different tabs. In the menu, I can click on the arrow next to Personal Notes. Now I can choose if I want to export my notes to a spreadsheet or a document. Here's an example of my exported personal notes. In the exported notes, I can see the content of all the different notes. I can see the time tag of each of them. And if I added a sentiment, I can even see that. Since it's a file, I can edit it, I can print it, I can do basically whatever I want. A completely different example of how some instructors are using the personal notes, it can be used as an individual assignment. I can ask my students to analyze the video or to write some kind of a personal journal on the video, and I can ask my students to download their notes and submit that as an assignment right within D2L Brightspace. Note that all the activity that is happening in Annoto is within D2L Brightspace. There's no need to download any application, no need to install anything. It's right there on your videos. Another way of engaging our students can be with in-video quizzes. There are two different flavors of the Annoto in-video quizzes. Some of them can be connected to the gradebook, meaning the scores of our students will directly go to Brightspace grades. In a different way, you can use the ungraded quizzes to give your students a different way of engaging with the videos or practicing what they are learning. Creating the quizzes is very easily done directly from the video itself. Everything is happening in 3 simple steps from this red button. So we're going to create the quiz questions, then we're going to preview to see how our students would see them. And once our quizzes are ready, we're going to publish them. So here's how we're creating the quizzes. Clicking on the red button, choosing Create. I can choose the type of question that I want, true, false, multiple choice, multiple answer that can also be used as fill in the blanks. Let's pick true or false for an example. I will add my question itself. I can change the answers if I want. The timestamp will be set automatically based on where I was in the video. I can manually change it if I want. I can assign points to my question. I can add feedback if they answered correctly, if they answered incorrectly. I can use feedback to add the logic of why a specific answer is correct and why it is not. I can decide if my question is mandatory. Do I want my students to retry? Do I want them to rewatch? I can even send them back to a specific moment in the video. I can set where in the video my question will pop. Would it be a pop-up in the middle of the screen or part of the side panel? Would it pause the video or not? Then I'm going to say a quick review of the question that I've created, and don't forget to save. Once my questions are added, I can go to the red button to watch a quick preview of how my students would see these questions. So now I'm watching a preview. After 4 seconds, I'm going to have a multiple choice question. So after 4 seconds, my video will pause, my question will pop, I will answer the question and see my result. After answering all the questions, I'm going to see my results here. Like we've mentioned, if the grades are connected to the gradebook, I'm going to see these results right here under grades. After watching the preview, I'm going to publish my quiz questions from the red button. Note, before I publish my quiz questions, my students will not see neither the questions nor the quizzes tab. Only once I publish, only now will my students see the quizzes tab and the questions themselves. In some videos, I may want to create more of a social learning experience, kind of an in-video discussion. This can be on recorded lectures where I want to drive my students to ask questions, or whether these are videos that I want to guide my students with questions. The Annoto comment space is exactly for that. Everything that we are writing in the comment space will be visible to everyone that is watching the video, whether they're watching it synchronously or asynchronously. Here's how it works. I'm playing the video. Whenever I want to add a comment, I'm going to click here. I can ask my students, anything that I want. For example, how does this relate to what we talked about in our previous course? I can add a sentiment, the type of my question, to the comment. And once it is added, everyone will see my comment, its time tag, and the fact that I'm the educator. Clicking on the time tag of any of the comments will take me to that exact moment in the video that the comment refers to. There are many different features that we can use in our comment space to create that exact experience that we want. For example, we can add badges. We can enable students to post comments anonymously, meaning other students will not know who added the comment, but you as the instructors will know. We can also record video as a comment. Clicking on this video camera icon will allow us to record ourselves or a screen as part of that discussion. And as you can see, my video will be added to the discussion with its relevant time tag. Choosing the features that I want for this specific video, as well as for all course videos, is done from the Annoto dashboard. If I want to make changes in this specific video, I can access the dashboard directly from the Annoto menu in the video itself. Right above the different tabs, I have the menu. From here, I can access the dashboard. As we can see from the title of the video, this is the dashboard of this specific video. I can go full screen. And any change that I will make here will affect only this video. I can enable features and disable them. I can manually choose the features that I want, or I can use a pre-made preset to decide how I want to use my videos. If I'm using Annoto for a collaborative discussion, for example, under comments, I have additional options. For example, I can use mandatory participation. Once mandatory participation is turned on, that means that students will be able to see what others have written only after they post something in the comment space. Additional features that you can use in your collaborative learning experience can be anonymous comments, badges, and even notifications. Users can register to be notified on any new comment or reply in the discussion. Once notifications are turned on, I can register to my notifications from the menu itself. Any user can make changes to what they will be notified about from my space. Under my space, I can choose what I want to be notified about. I can turn features off and on. And from my space, I can even download my personal notes of my entire course of all course videos. If I have enabled comments as part of the collaborative learning preset, this also includes the personal notes, meaning students will also have their private place to reflect on the video on what they have learned from their comment space or from the video itself. In some cases, I may want to contact directly a specific student in case I think they might be struggling or even at risk of dropping out. In this case, I can use the people space to see everyone that is in the course and even invite specific students to a private chat. In some videos, I may choose not to have any activity, but I still would like to see if my students have watched this video and how much of the video they watched. For this, I can use the analytics preset, and in the dashboard, I can learn all about my students' learning habits. When analytics preset is set in the Annoto dashboard, I will have this little icon. Only me as the instructor would see this icon. It's not for students. Clicking on this icon will open the dashboard. Once I'm in the dashboard, this is the dashboard of this video. I can go to Insights to see my students' activity. I can even drill down to see each and every one of my students and how much of the video they watched. This will allow me to get insights both on each and every one of my students and on all of them as a class. And from there, I can learn about my course content. As we previously mentioned, I also have the option to create graded in-video quizzes. The grades of this quiz will go directly to my Brightspace grades. When using graded quizzes in my video, I probably wouldn't want to have a discussion on the video, or I may not even want to allow my students their personal notebook. For this, I can choose the assignment preset from the Annoto presets in the dashboard. Creating graded quizzes is similar to creating non-graded quizzes. Everything is happening from this red button. Clicking on the red button will allow me to create my quiz questions, to preview them, and then to publish. Once my quizzes are published, if I suddenly realize that I made some kind of a mistake and I need to edit my quizzes, I can definitely do that. From the menu of the question, I can go and edit the question. I can make the change that I want. And under the review window, I will be asked to choose the type of impact of the change that I've made. If it's a minor impact, nothing will change, everything is okay. If it's a major or even a critical change, then my students will have the ability or will be required to retake the quiz. In this case, their grades will be updated right here in Brightspace Grades. Setting my quiz to be graded is done from the video menu right here. Let's go to Edit. When setting the activity under Edit, I can make sure that it is graded. If I want to ungrade it or make a change, I'll click here. I can make a change in the number of points or even set it to be ungraded. In some cases, I may want to grade my students solely based on their video completion. In this case, I will choose the Analytics preset. Having the Analytics preset will mean that only I will see this icon that can take me to the dashboard. My students will not see it. Clicking on that icon will open the preferences of this specific video. Like we've mentioned, the Analytics preset is set, but we want to make sure that assessment criteria is turned on. Once assessment criteria is turned on, I can go to Assessment Setup and choose the criteria that I want to use for this specific video. Clicking here will allow me to select the criteria that I want to use from the list of all of the criteria that I have created for my course. If I want to create a new one, I will create it from the course level dashboard in the preferences. When I'm in my course level dashboard, if I want to add a new criteria, I have to make sure that assessment criteria is turned on. Once it's turned on, I will go to my assessment criteria library. I will create my new criteria from this button. Let's give a title to our criteria. And let's save changes. When creating a criteria, I can decide what my grade will be based on. The grade can be a combination of my quizzes score and the activity completion, or it can be based just on one of them, completely up to you. For this example, we're going to pick only activity completion. Here, I can choose how much of the video I want my students to watch. In this case, once my students will watch 90% of the video, they will get all the points for this assignment. Don't forget to save. After creating the criteria, let's save it. Now that my criteria was added to the library, I can use it in my video. In the video, clicking here will allow me to choose the criteria that I have just set. Don't forget to click Apply. This is it. Now my criteria is set for the video. Once my students watch the video, all of their analytics will appear in my Annoto dashboard, and their grades will go directly to Brightspace Grade. I can also set condition to an activity based on the completion of the previous video. Here's how it is done. When I'm in the video, I will go to the menu, change the settings, or set the release condition. I will choose Create. And under Condition type, I will choose Complete Content Topic. I will choose the topic that I want to use as my condition and click Create. And don't forget to save. Now, students can go into this video only after they completed watching the previous one, just like we set in the activity completion under assessment criteria. Now, allow me to take you to the wonderful world of the Annoto dashboard. Like we've mentioned, accessing the dashboard can be through the menu, whether it's directly to the dashboard or through Cultural Media Gallery. Either way, it's the same dashboard. The dashboard provides different aspects of my course. The hub will show the entire course content, whether it's videos from YouTube, Vimeo, recorded lectures, students' recordings, all of them are going to be in the hub. For every video, I can see what was the activity there, how many comments, how many quizzes, and so on. I can even click on a specific video and drill down to see what was the activity right there. The video view in the dashboard has the same structure, hub, insights, and preferences. When I'm in the hub of the video, I'm going to see the video's content, meaning the discussion. I can see the questions, the answers. I can even reply directly from here to my students and download the comments. Under Insights, I can see all the activity that happened in this video by all students, and I can even drill down to see each and every one of my students' activity in this video. And of course, I can always go back to the course level dashboard. Under Insights, I can get the analytics of my entire course, all course videos, all students, and I can drill down to each and every one of them. I can see an overview of all the activity that happened in the course. I can compare my course content in the videos table. For every video, I can see how many students have watched it. Did they watch the entire video or just small parts of it? What was the most engaging video, and so on. The videos table can actually give me insights on my content. For example, if I have a video and it's towards the end of the semester, and I can see that only 2 of my students have watched this video, I may want to rethink this video for next semester. Maybe I'll replace it. Maybe I'll make it a mandatory video. Either way, this can give me insights. In the user's activity table, I can see each and every one of my students, how many times they watched the course videos, how many course videos they watched. Did they watch the entire videos or just the beginning and then moved on? Did they write something in the comment space? Maybe they didn't write, but they did learn quietly by noting for themselves or by engaging, reading others' comments. I can learn all about my students from the user's activity table, and I can even click on a specific user to see their activity. Clicking on a specific student will give me an overview of their activity, as well as on each and every one of the videos in the course that they have watched. And of course, after I drill down to a student, I can always click on the course title to go back to the course level dashboard. On the right side, the preferences will affect all course videos. Any preferences that I will set here will be my default preset for all course videos. Of course, for any video, I can go in and make changes just for that one. In addition to choosing the features that I want for my course videos, I can also impact the UX, the user experience. Clicking on the user experience tab will help me set what would be the UX of my students in the course. For example, if for some reason my widget is closed by default, under load state, I can go and change it to be open. Don't forget to save changes. So the dashboard is here to help answer any question that we have on either the course content or my students. Let's say that I have created activity in one of my course videos. If I'm teaching the same course in other semesters or even in the same semester, I probably wouldn't want to do the same work again, right? Right. This is exactly why we added the option to very easily import everything that I have created for one course to the other. Importing data is done from the Annoto hub on the right menu here. Clicking on the 3 dots will allow me to choose import data from another course. Here, I will have the list of all my courses. I can choose the course that I want to import from. Now I can pick exactly what I want to import, whether it's the different preferences for each video, whether it's the comments that I wrote in the comment space, or whether these are the quizzes. I can import all of them or just some of them. Clicking on import will allow to import everything automatically. If you want to learn all about our interactive learning journeys, if you want to get tips and best practices, If you want to get inspired by other instructors, feel free to use our knowledge base. It includes everything. And more than that, it also includes step-by-step how-to guides to show you each and every one of the learning journeys that I have just demonstrated. And above all that, we're here for any question or request that you have. Hope you enjoyed the session. Bye.